Welcome back to episode 5 of Inside Supplements. If you're just tuning in for the first time, we break down supplements, talk about the labels, ingredients, benefits, and things. So we're going to go ahead and watch a video and then we'll get into it. Here we go.
Up, prostate. Urine stream getting weak, prostate. Pain in your lower back, prostate. Waking up multiple times throughout the entire night to pee 2, 3, 4 a.m., prostate. And let's be real, you're probably not performing the way you did when you were in your 20s, probably have a circulation issue, a prostate issue, or both. And this happens as you age. Your prostate starts to increase in size while your circulation decreases because your body is no longer producing nitric oxide as much as it used to, and this is what helps open blood vessels and open blood vessels to certain areas. So you need to start decreasing the inflammation and increasing nitric oxide levels. This powerful formula right here helps boost NAD, which helps with energy and over 500 different cellular processes in the body. It also has saw palmetto and stinging nettle root, which specifically target the prostate to help decrease inflammation. And
ingredients are great, but dosages matter, far more. So when I hear people say, it has this ingredient, okay, that's great. At what dosage and what form of the ingredient is what really matters.
it has nitric oxide boosting ingredients that help open blood vessels and increase blood flow. So if you look at the reviews, you will see men are having amazing results with this because it has a comprehensive approach, and men are starting to feel a little bit younger than they actually are. They're starting to feel more endurance, stamina, just a boost in confidence. So you can give it a try. They're actually doing a discount right now. I would grab it while you can. You'll find the link for it down here. Can't get it.
All right, let's take a look at the listing here. So this is it. Celurb's NAD supplement for men, nitric oxide, prostate health supplement with resveratrol, CQ10, L-citrulline, anti-aging, stamina, and cellular repair. Right off the bat, I'm not a fan of products that claim to do a million things at once. I think it's really hard to do 7 different things in one supplement. Let's keep going. Cellular energy, okay. I'm going to be very surprised if they're using KSM-66 ashwagandha. That is a really good ingredient. But this is where the truth lies. Is all the infographics mean nothing. Everything here is dependent on the supplement label. So let's kind of get into it. So we see, some proprietary blends, which I've talked about in the past. I have no problem with proprietary blends. I really like how they actually listed this all out. A lot of blends, you don't have to. So like right here, for example, you don't have to list these ingredient dosages. So that's my problem with proprietary blends, as you've seen in episode 1. But let's kind of get into the supplement. So we have the men's complex. This is kind of the NAD support that they're claiming. The first issue is you're not actually absorbing NAD plus efficiently. Most human data supports precursors like NMM or NR, not direct to NAD, especially not for, liposomal claims at this dose. So there's not really any data that, liposomal is proven delivery, for NAD. Very weak research, and I will put some public medical publishings below too. Now we're at the nitric oxide blend. The label says, 70 milligrams of L-garnitine. The clinical dose is between 3,000 to 6,000 milligrams. Same with citrulline. It is at, 100 milligrams. I personally take 5,000 milligrams of L-citrulline in a pre-workout. Any pre-workout you'll see has at least 3,000 to 6,000 milligrams of L-citrulline. The zinc is great. Zinc picolinate is a great form of zinc at 15 milligrams, which is perfect. Here we go. I'm very surprised that KSM-66 ashwagandha, that's probably one of the best forms you can get. But yet again, it's underdosed at 80 milligrams. All research shows between 300 to 600 milligrams of KSM ashwagandha. And if you didn't check out my last video, really good one, episode 4 talks about standardization. This is a huge bonus here that this turmeric is standardized. So if you didn't see that video, go check that out. Now let's move down to the prostate blend. Um, you know, saw palmetto at 100 milligrams, beta cisterol at 50 milligrams, needle root at 40 milligrams. Saw palmetto studies, most of them are around 300 milligrams, and then it's standardized. Same thing with beta cisterol between 100 to 150 milligrams standardized. There's not really any prostate benefit here. Nothing in any kind of clinically relevant thresholds or anything. The problem with these multi-claim supplements is they're trying to do everything, and by doing that, they end up doing nothing. Like this supplement kind of reminds me of everyone has that one drawer in their house where they put a bunch of junk, a bunch of things they don't use, and you kind of just throw it all in one. This is how is this going to do 7 different things? It's just a lot of underdosed kind of ingredients, but the transparency and some of the ingredients are pretty good, but they're just all so underdosed. This I wouldn't count on this affecting increasing your prostate, or definitely not increasing your blood flow, like she was saying in the video from the L-citrulline at 100 milligrams. That's 50 times underdosed. So I'm gonna pop up the scorecard here. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.